You know, I don't appreciate you walking here with all that attitude, okay? I don't care if your berry juice is missing. Don't come into my house with all that attitude. Oh, I guess you're upset now? I upset you? Was that a trigger? Was that a trigger? Calm. How many times do I have to tell you? I did not take your berry juice. Oh, you feeling froggy now? You getting crunk, huh? You know what? I got something for that. Got something for that. Yeah. Here you come. All aboard! What's up, Kaiju family? This is Godzilla 1090. Soren T6 today with a brand new review. And today, one of my grow pieces are here. I was able to finally obtain one of my grow pieces. The original 1962 X plus 30 centimeter Godzilla. So, I've been waiting for this for a long time, guys. Ever since I started collecting, actually. The only other thing I was waiting for, well, actually, no, yeah, this is probably the one of the first pieces I saw when I started collecting Express figures, and this piece has been very sought after ever since I saw it. And I do like King Kong vs. Godzilla. It's not my top 5, not my top 10, maybe in my top 15, but I have to relist everything again to find out. But this is one of the first Godzillas I did grow up watching. The King Goji. And when I bring the camera closer to show you some more details on them, I'll explain why I prefer this one a little bit over the FSL. Because I did have opportunities to get the FSL as well. Plenty of opportunities to get that one. But I don't know. For a while I held out, and I finally got the one I wanted. I finally got this bad boy right here. And the way I was able to obtain it was, even though this is gonna sound like blasphemous, but I did trade my Yuji Sakai 2002 Godzilla for him. And you may ask me why, especially after 3 years ago now, actually, when we was having the figure of the year discussion. He was the head of my campaign trail. I campaigned for him a lot, actually, and he won figure of the year that year. And don't get me wrong, I definitely do love that figure. I definitely do love that figure. It's absolutely perfect, the best 2002 out there. But of course, I know I'm a toy photographer myself, and there's only so much I could do with that scope. There's only so many shots I can get with him, and I sometimes I do like to do like action poses and stuff like that, and that pose is so stagnant. And the movie was made for a lot of incredible pictures, but I came to a point in my collecting journey where if I'm not able to get any more photos out of it, then at that point I can kind of let it go at that point. And I do miss him, but I think it was completely worth it because I was able to get him in that trade. So I have absolutely zero regrets trading him away because I do love this figure. Like I said earlier, King Kong vs. Godzilla was one of the Godzilla movies I grew up watching. That, Megalon, Godzilla's Revenge, as much as I dislike that movie, Godzilla's Revenge also. And I would have to probably say probably the original. It's probably between those four films that I grew up watching when I was younger. And this figure means a lot having them in my collection, especially being one of my heart-to-heart Godzillas in a sense. But alright guys, if y'all give me a second, I'll bring the camera up closer, show y'all some up close and personal looks of this guy, maybe even toss in a few size comparisons. But alright, thank you.
And here he is, the 1962 30 centimeter Godzilla, the original 30 centimeter. Now, I can't tell you how long I've waited to get this guy. This guy was pretty high on my list when I started collecting X-Plus figures. And when I first started collecting, I was going to get every single X-Plus figure, but I did like this suit a lot. To me, this is to use David Eric Doppel's words, the quintessential 1962 Godzilla. As you did see, you saw the likeness in his face, the details on the arms and the stance that he has. Of course, the tree bark skin that every Godzilla has. But you can just tell he's ready to go charge at King Kong and go throw some hands today, to put it lightly. You can see, and then this is one of the earlier X-Plus figures too. If this is the original one that came out, then this came out 2010. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask, because it does have 2014 on the bottom of the foot. So it may be the Diamond reissue, but I honestly don't know. I'm going to have to ask around and figure out which one this is. But as you see, his nails are a dirty light gray. His chest is pretty dirty, as if he just climbed out of the trap that they set for him in King Kong vs. Godzilla. His knees are dirty. So it's not just plain charcoal gray. It has a little bit of color to it. Same thing with his toes. His toes and feet aren't the same color as his body. They look a little bit different. Like Godzilla has been rolling around and battling with King Kong for a while. And also, of course, this Godzilla is famous for his dorsal plates. The big one in the middle, that's when they really started exaggerating that. Because they didn't really do it too much in 54 and 55. So this is really when they started exaggerating the middle spines on his back to make it look so much bigger than the rest on his body. And as you see, that's not even, and usually we get a bone white, but it's more like a light yellow or eggshell white. And for this figure, I feel like it really works, especially for this Godzilla. Because in the movie, his dorsal plates are not bone white. They do have a little dirty color to them. It's not just plain white. Of course, his tail seems pretty accurate enough. It seems about the right length because this Godzilla didn't have a huge tail. Not like some Godzillas we know, Shin. But besides that. And of course, there's a side profile view of him. Which while you're looking here, this is what I mean by he's ready to go fight King Kong. But of course, I know I have some size comparisons. Obviously, y'all know I have one in particular, but I do have another one besides that one. And I'm going to show you what that is going to be right now. Thank you. And of course, my favorite suit from the Showa era, the 1964 Godzilla with the 1962 Godzilla. Now, you can tell the differences between these two suits automatically. It automatically tells you the two different tones of the film. The 62 Godzilla was more of the comedy relief, more of the fun, goofy film, as in 64 was about business. He slimmed it down a lot. His tail's longer. His brow was a lot different to make him look so much more evil and menacing. Cause let's be honest, guys. Was anyone afraid of 62 when they saw the film? Cause I wasn't. 64 definitely caught my eye when I finally saw that film, and I saw King Kong vs. Godzilla first. But both of these are both the original 30 centimeter figures. Both of these are absolutely amazing together, and they've aged very well, even compared to some of the new 30 centimeter figures that have come out since these figures have come out. Whether this is the Diamond reissues or the original OGs, these figures look absolutely fantastic, and they look amazing together. Two different movies, two different tones of Godzilla, but both of them look absolutely perfect. And of course, y'all know what the next size comparison is going to be. King Kong. Of course, y'all know this is my Roto Kaiju 30 centimeter giant gorilla. And as you can see, he scales really well with the 62 Godzilla. They look really nice together. Godzilla's just a hair taller than King Kong. If I watch the film, I'm pretty sure that's how it is in the film also. Godzilla just has a tad bit of a height advantage against King Kong. And the only thing I do wish is both of these figures have some more posability, because I can't really make them fight like I would like them to. But y'all definitely know some photo shoots are coming for these guys. They look incredible together. They both sit together on my shelf. They're going to be inseparable now, for obvious reasons. Because King Kong vs. Godzilla is always a legendary matchup in my eyes. But alright guys, I'll give you all my final thoughts on this figure. Thank you.
And we're back. And that's my review of the 1962 X Plus 30 centimeter King Goji figure. Oh, Godzilla 1962. And my final thoughts is, honestly, I know last year I did a top 30 centimeter figure, top 30 centimeter figures show or video the middle of last year. May have to revisit that, because he belongs somewhere on that list. This is honestly, well, actually I did my favorites. Maybe in the future on Monsters of Attitude we'll actually do what we think the best are as far as 30 centimeter figures, because my favorites maybe are going to be different from someone else's favorites. But I think we can all come to agreement that this is one of the GOATs as far as 30 centimeter figures in X Plus history. There's a lot of great ones, and honestly, I'm really looking forward to doing that show. That's going to be a fun show. So I'm really looking forward to getting that out for y'all to watch. I haven't told it to the guys yet, so I'm actually announcing it to the world first, I guess. So we'll figure out when we're going to do that show. Since we did just do the 25 centimeter show, maybe we'll wait till either towards the end of the year, maybe beginning of next year. I don't know yet. And as far as what's coming up next on my channel, he's finally on his way. By the time you see this, either I'll have him or I'll be recording the video once this gets out. But on my next review is definitely going to be the 1991 Yuji Sakai Godzilla version 3. It's been a long journey waiting for that guy, but he's finally on his way. He's finally on his way. And can't wait to have him in hand. Of course, I'll do an unboxing on Kaiju Collectors on Facebook. So if you haven't joined Kaiju Collectors yet, definitely do that. Definitely please like, share, and subscribe here, as well as Monsters with Attitude on YouTube as well. And again, probably by the time this comes out, our next show will be probably coming up. Next show is going to be, we're going to do a Monsterverse retrospective. We're gonna go through all the films in the MonsterVerse, what we like, what we dislike, what could have been done better, what could have been done different, what do we want to see in the future of it, and that show I'm really excited to get out and for y'all guys to see. Really looking forward to that discussion. But all right, guys, I guess that's all I got. Y'all have a wonderful day. Guide your family.